Jungkook doesn't touch YN, not because he can't, but because he won't. He's built his walls high, his defenses stronger than steel. A touch is dangerous. A single brush of skin could shatter the carefully maintained distance he's fought to keep. YN doesn't know that, though. She doesn't understand why he always keeps a step too far away, why he won't let their shoulders brush when they walk side by side, why he stiffens whenever they're forced into close proximity. She must have noticed. She must have. But she never asks. Instead, she tests him in subtle ways, offering him something directly instead of setting it down for him to pick up, standing closer than necessary when they talk, letting her gaze linger on him too long, as if daring him to acknowledge whatever this thing between them is. He never does. Until tonight. The apartment is dimly lit, the soft glow of a single candle flickering on the table between them. Outside, the city hums, but in here, it's quiet. So quiet, Jungkook can hear the slow rhythm of YN's breath. They're sitting across from each other, finishing a late-night meal neither of them had the energy to cook properly. The air between them is heavy, as it always is, filled with the kind of silence that doesn't ask to be broken. Jungkook keeps his eyes on his drink, swirling the liquid absently, as if the act of watching it move will somehow keep him grounded. Then she moves. It's nothing, really. A simple reach for the napkin on the table, something casual, something meaningless. Except he moves at the same time, and their hands touch. It's not deliberate, not intentional, just a fleeting brush of skin against skin. The backs of their fingers, the barest contact, but it lingers. Jungkook stills. The warmth of her skin is an electric shock to his system, burning hotter than it should, freezing him in place. His breath catches, and for the first time, he feels his control slip. He should move, pull away, pretend it didn't happen, but he doesn't. Neither does she. YN's breath hitches slightly, so quiet, so soft, that anyone else might miss it. But not him, not when he's already hyper-aware of every little thing about her. She doesn't pull away, and that's what undoes him. Jungkook swallows, his throat suddenly dry, his heartbeat drumming too loudly in his ears. His fingers twitch before he yanks his hand back as if burned. A sharp exhale, a tension so thick it nearly suffocates him. He can't look at her. He knows. What he'll see if he does, the way her lips are parted slightly in surprise, the way her eyes will search his, silently asking a question neither of them is ready to answer. So he clenches his jaw, fists his hands in his lap, and speaks before she can. Don't make me want you, YN. His voice is rough, barely above a whisper, but it cuts through the silence like a blade. For a moment she doesn't move, doesn't speak. Then softly, so softly he almost wishes he hadn't heard, she murmurs, "I'm not trying to." And yet, she already has. The days that follow are unbearable. Jungkook tries to pretend it didn't happen, that he didn't feel the way his pulse stuttered at her touch, the way his stomach twisted at her words. But something has shifted. The distance he fought to maintain is gone, shattered by a single touch, and now he's aware of her in a way that's impossible to ignore. It's in the way she brushes past him in the hallway, close enough that he can feel the ghost of that touch all over again. It's in the way her fingers linger when she hands him something, as if testing whether he'll pull away like he always does. It's in the way she looks at him now, like she's waiting for something. And worst of all, it's in the way he wants. Because for the first time, he doesn't want to pull away. He lasts a week of avoiding her touch, a week of sleepless nights, lying awake with the phantom sensation of her skin against his, a week of pretending he doesn't notice the way his chest tightens whenever she's near. But then she tests him one last time. They're alone again. Another late night, another too quiet moment between them. She reaches for something. Nothing important, nothing that should matter. But she does it. Slowly. this time. Deliberately. Jungkook knows it's a test. He knows she's on giving him a choice. He could pull away, keep pretending, keep fighting, or he could give in. His breath is shallow, his fingers twitch, his resolve cracks wide open, and this time, he doesn't pull away. This time, when their fingers brush, he lets it happen, lets his skin press against hers, lets himself feel the warmth, the softness, the quiet pull that's been there all along. And when he finally looks up, when their eyes meet, he's already lost.